Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Araneta Coliseum will be used as Quezon City's mega vaccination site starting tomorrow. JC Cosico joins us from on the ground for more. Hi, JC. How are preparations going over at the Big Dome?
Sean, preps are in full swing at the Big Dome, which will serve as QC's mega vaccination center. Dividers and chairs have been placed at the Coliseum ground as the vaccination site opens tomorrow. The hub can accommodate at least 1,000 vaccinees per day. QC Task Force Vaccinormal Co-Chair Joseph Huico says the Araneta City Group offered the site to the LGU. Huico believes this will be a big boost to their inoculation program. He assures the public this will not lead to a super spreader event as it will implement a careful scheduling and minimum health standards. However, Pfizer vaccines will not be used at the Big Dome tomorrow as the jabs are being rolled out in 3 QC hospitals. Quezon City has so far vaccinated over 150,000 residents, still far from its 1.7 million target to achieve herd immunity. Sean, the vaccination tomorrow will begin at 10 a.m. until March 21, depending on the arrival of vaccine supplies, and vaccinees were told to arrive 15 minutes before their schedules. Back to you.
Thank you for that update from the Big Dome. That was News 5's JC Cosico. In other news, prices of local pork have gone down by up to 20 pesos, but local producers are saying that this might not last very long. Shyla Francisco tells us why.
Local pork prices are down by 10 to 20 pesos for more than a week now. But some retailers say current prices are still not enough to increase sales.
Sana po, babaan pa po para maka-adjust din yung mga tao na yung gipit sa maka-adjust din sa pamimili po.
The Agriculture Department says cheaper pork imports have started to arrive in markets, increasing supply and pulling down prices of local pork. The agency is expecting prices to decrease further with the entry of more imports, especially after President Duterte had signed Executive Order 133. This directive hikes the minimum access volume of pork imports to 254,210 metric tons. More than 44,000 metric tons have arrived since February, with some enjoying the lower tariff rates.
Palengking wala pa imported pork, mataas pa po yung local kasi walang kompetensya. Doon naman sa mga markets na merong chillers, freezers, at therefore merong presence ng imported pork, yun po, nakaka-influence ng presyo ng fresh pork.
Local producers say that the decrease of 10 to 20 pesos may be due to lower demand this pandemic. They note that the decrease is too small if the imports were really the reason.
Manipis yung pagbaba na yan ng 10 to 20 pesos ng imports. Kung ihahambing doon sa presyo na naipapasok nila. Kaya kung yung pahayag ng Department of Agriculture ay parang sila ay nagdidiwang at parang tagumpay yung kanilang ginagawa, ay hindi ako sang-ayon doon sa pananaw na yun.
For their part, importers say that their current prices have been the lowest so far.
Well, I think that will be the lowest for now. No? I think that is pretty low already for the retail. So it can only go up. It will probably stay there unless there is a lot of demand.
The group adds that increased demand from restaurants once quarantine restrictions are further relaxed may push up prices. Mita says that the recommendation to get samples per import container for testing might drive prices up since it could impact storage costs. For its part, the DA does not see any additional costs in case this pushes through, noting they will shoulder the costs for testing. Shyla Francisco, we are One News.
We're going to pause for a short break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Health Department reported more than 6,700 new COVID-19 cases on Friday. And this has brought the country's total caseload to 1,131,000, almost 59,000 of which are still active. 137 new fatalities were confirmed overnight, pushing the death toll to 18,900. Meanwhile, total recoveries increased to 1,053,000, with 2,900 more survivors logged in the last 24 hours. And mothers of drug war victims are still reeling from their loss 5 years since the start of President Duterte's anti-drug campaign. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez gives us a front seat to their story.
Ako po si Josephine Comendo.
Ako po si Maria Belenda. Gusto ko po ma-open ang aming kaso.
Para maalis na yung hinanakit namin na pagkawala ng aming mga anak.
These mothers are crying for justice on Mother's Day. Almost 5 years ago, their sons died in Duterte's war on drugs. They are only a few of the more than 6,000 suspected street-level drug users and peddlers killed in police anti-drug operations. All of them, police said Danlaban. Another mother, Marilyn Malimban, is still grieving for her live-in partner who was executed by police with 3 other men. A survivor said there was no encounter. They were summarily executed. Salvage was the old police term.
Ang masakit po sa akin, pinalabas po nilang nanlaban. Hindi naman po totoong nanlaban. Bakit ganun yung proseso nila ng pagsagawa ng uplantukhang? Tortured yun eh.
Catholic priest Flavie Villanueva is helping mothers like Marilyn cope from the trauma. Mothers and children undergo psychospiritual intervention under Father Flavie's Paghilong program. They are also given financial and education assistance to start afresh.
Hindi man namin makalimutan, pero unti-unti po namin matanggap yung pangyayari po sa aming nakaraan.
Families of victims of EJK have already filed charges against the police, but that was 3 years ago. Marilyn said the cases are not moving. Filipino-American Human Rights Alliance and Global Pinoy Diaspora Canada launched a Project EJK Not OK campaign to help EJK victims' families get justice.
We fundraise to provide moral, political, and logistical support for the legal cases and for the collective healing of the widows and orphans.
The fundraising will go on for 6 weeks, and the goal is to reach $4,500. All of that will go to the widows and orphans. A year before President Duterte steps down from office, the killings will continue as more mothers will grieve for their husbands and sons. And the killers are still free and not held accountable. But while waiting for the elusive justice, mothers like Marilyn are provided support by organizations for them to stand up and help other people who are also victims of EJK. I'm Pamela Vasquez and we are One News.
Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray showed her support for Philippine Betra Bia Mateo, who received criticism for her performance at the National Costume Competition. Catriona said that Mateo does not need to apologize to the Filipino people, as the segment is not part of the scoring and is only aimed at celebrating culture. Mateo broke down in tears after receiving criticism on social media. The Miss Universe contender failed to wear her sun headpiece because it appeared to be uncomfortable. Mateo also asked for prayers ahead of the swimsuit and long gown preliminary competition tomorrow. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.